holidays, let's talk about suicide. Anthony here for DNews, and around Thanksgiving, Kristen Conger and I talked about how the tryptophan in turkey doesn't really make you sleepy, and it turns out there are a ton of other things we believe about the holidays that are total myths. Here are 5 of my favorites, see how many you believe, and we will compare scores at the end. First, I have always heard people say that suicide rates are higher during the holidays. It's an easy myth to believe because the holidays can be stressful and lonely, but the suicide rate in the US at least is actually lowest in December. It's highest in the spring. Maybe we are projecting some of our own holiday issues when we believe that one. Number 2, you have to wear a hat on cold days because 40% of your body heat escapes through your head. Sometimes I hear this as 20%, 30%. All of them are untrue. It's a myth based on a US Army field manual, and that information came from the observations of military researchers that were in cold temperatures. They weren't wearing hats, and they realized that most of their body heat was escaping through their heads. But here's the thing. Studies of swimmers in wetsuits shows the amount of heat that you lose is basically dependent on how much of your skin is exposed. And since your head takes up about 7 to 10% of your body's surface area, you lose about that much heat through it if it's uncovered. But if you wore a hat and no pants, you would find yourself significantly colder. And also with frostbite on some areas you really do not want frostbite on. Third, the day before Thanksgiving is the worst day to fly in the US. Now, I have been in an airport on that day, and it feels right. I am getting sweaty palms just thinking about it, but it's actually not even in the top 10 worst days. It was the 55th busiest day to travel in 2007. The 10 busiest days actually change from year to year, but are usually all in the summer. Number 4, a little bit of brandy or scotch or a hot toddy will help you warm up faster on a cold day. Even in cartoons, those rescue dogs in the mountains have those little bottles of brandy around their necks. But no, my friend, alcohol is actually a vasodilator, meaning that it increases the size of your blood vessels, which decreases your blood pressure, which means you're actually not keeping and circulating heat as well. A lot of cases of hypothermia are actually brought on by alcohol consumption. Finally, poinsettias, like this one, this deadly, poisonous Central American Euphorbia pulcherrima. A 1995 study showed that even 66% of American florists believe that this flower is poisonous. So the sap of the poinsettia does contain something called diterpenoid euphorborol esters, and if you're allergic to latex, it'll give you a rash. But a 50-pound child would have to eat about 500 poinsettia leaves to get a dangerous dose. Same with mistletoe. It is poisonous, but there are actually no mistletoe deaths on record, and in a study of 92 people who accidentally ingested mistletoe, only 2 had violent reactions. So not nearly as deadly as we think. So how many of these did you think were true? I actually believe the air travel and the poinsettia one, so I am 40% sucker. Let me know how you did, and share any holiday myths you know down below in the comments, and check out even more of them on the Discovery News blog. It doesn't taste good, I can tell you that's not a myth.